new followers, my name's Lauren, and I'm with Lebanon Insurance. And this is
Victoria Gent with Appalachian Meats and Gent Farms / Gent Farms Corn Maze.
Tell us a little bit about you and what you all do.
Okay, so we raise beef, pork, lamb, and chicken on our farm. Currently in our store, we have beef and pork products. So we raise everything, and then we get it butchered, and then we bring it here. We sell everything by the individual cut. Also, we've gone on our new adventure. We have now opened up a corn maze. So down at our farm, so you guys can come and see where all the magic happens. We are a working farm, so we're doing the corn maze, hay rides. We will have pumpkins and mums for sale. Our biggest hit so far has been our pipe slide and our corn pit for the kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got a lot happening right now.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. So let's see. We've already done that one. Got some questions in my handy dandy owl pot. Are there places that are important to you as a farmer? Other farms or businesses that help you or that you believe are important?
Absolutely. From the day we started, I told my husband that I wanted to incorporate other local farmers and entrepreneurs here at our business, and we always love to help other farmers and support them because they need it more than people realize, because we feed the world. So we, like down at our corn maze, for instance, I bought our pumpkins locally to resale down there off of one of our friends in Lee County. And then we also bought some mums up at Tassel, that were grown locally, so we can resell and help all of our farmers, whether they're in the meat business or flowers or pumpkins. So yeah, we like to make it connect.
That's good. That's really cool. Tell us what you offer as produce and also about upcoming fall activities, which we've already covered.
Yes.
Tell us about the path you took to where you are now and what it takes to become a farmer.
Okay, so my grandparents owned Lebanon Equipment Company in Rosedale for years and years and years, so that's how everybody mostly knows me. I came off of a cattle farm and then an equipment dealership, but I was not planning on being a farmer. I had gone through a bad relationship and was getting ready to go to Virginia Tech, and I met Brandon at church, and we got together, and so yeah, he made me a farmer.
We're always coming up with new ideas and plans. Do you have any future plans or goals for the future of your farm?
We do. We talk about daily, me and my husband Brandon. We do everything together, from our farming experiences to our business here in town. I'm just the face and the person you see most of the time, but this morning we actually talked about what we want to do to make it long lasting for our children. And so we want to continue to grow in the agritourism business and let people see what it takes to get their food on their table. So that's basically our number one goal.
Yeah. That sounds really cool. And I look forward to my fiance and I coming out to visit.
Yes,
so.
please come.
So, we here at Lebanon Insurance, we love dogs. Do you have a dog or two on your farm? And what kind?
Shout out to Jessica. She found my puppies the other day when they went loose. They were at her house, so she knows that we have dogs and we love dogs. We actually have sheepdogs. They stay with our sheep and our animals. They're Anatolian Shepherd mixed with Great Pyrenees. So one of them, our Great Pyrenees male, his name is Mickey because William likes Mickey Mouse, my son. And our Anatolian Shepherd mix her name's Shy because I love Shania Twain.
Okay.
So, yeah, and so they got together and had puppies. So that's what we're trying to get rid of right now. Yes.
I love those.
Yeah.
They're so cute. My aunt has a couple that stay with her goats, and they are precious. One is named Waffles, and I just love waffles. So it's so
I
fun.
like the name Waffles. That's cute.
Can you tell a difference in the taste of meat from the types of cows on your farm versus when you go out to eat?
Yes, and all of our customers will tell us that. don't put any additives, hormones, antibiotics in our animals. So yes, or our meat. So, and it is fresh. I know it is in freezers here, as you can see, but it is fresh, and it is actually fresher than what is considered fresh at other stores, because we get our animals killed every 2 weeks. So everything in here has to stay fresh, because I have to keep it moving to get out to everybody. So yes, you can tell a difference. Yeah, and definitely you can tell a difference between grass-fed and grass-fed grain finish. I have a lot of customers that they prefer grass-fed only over the grain finish. So it's what everybody, each to their own and what they like.
Yeah, and the difference between that, what makes it different? I've never heard, like I've heard grass-fed, but I've never heard of the other one.
Okay, grass-fed grain finish.
Yeah.
So we do feed them. They're not strictly just on a grass diet.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So they can come in and eat food when they want, and then they go back out on grass and eat.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd never known that.
And our hogs are also free range. They got in trouble the other day. They were down at the corn maze.
Oh,
So
no.
they are free range too. And I didn't know all of this stuff before now. I was never around hogs, that's for sure. But they eat grass. They eat our walnuts out of the walnut tree, and then they root. They root up all of your dirt and your grass, because they need the minerals and vitamins that's in the earth's soil.
Okay.
Yeah. So when they're born, they're actually deficient in iron.
Okay.
So you have to give them an iron shot. Yes. Yeah.
I
Just a
never
little bit
knew
of
that.
information.
Yeah. It's fun facts.
Yeah,
Never
fun
knew
facts.
that.
Yes.
Yeah. I like it.
Oh, and they do get sunburnt. Pigs do.
Really?
That's why they lay in mud and cover themselves. That's their sunscreen.
That's actually kind of smart. Maybe I need to start doing that.
Super smart. I don't know about that. I don't know if I can lay in mud.
Yeah, at least not for
William
very
could,
long.
but I can't.
I used to be able to. I used to be more like William, but now I can't
I
anymore.
couldn't do it either.
Okay. So what advice would you give young farmers or those considering getting into farming?
My husband, he would probably have the best response for that one. I would say, don't give up, don't get discouraged, and keep trying, because we really, I feel like farmers are very, I don't know, we are just a special kind of people, because not everybody wants that job, not everybody wants to do that job, and it can get upsetting, discouraging, especially when you lose an animal that you've raised and worked really hard for.
Yeah.
You gotta keep trying and keep going from there, because everybody depends on us.
Yeah, that's true. Like even whether it's locally or
On a big commercial scale. Yeah.
That makes sense. Well, that's good advice.
And don't be afraid to get your hands dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you have to wear gloves. And so I think we may have covered this already, but what kind of farming do you all do?
Okay, so we are a working farm. We do, like I said, we raise beef, pork, lamb, and chicken. Then we also, we cut our own hay, and we grow corn and cut it down for silage and feed that to our animals. But we're mostly on that side of the industry. I wish we could get more into the produce, but that hasn't happened yet.
Okay. Well, maybe maybe you can in the next few years.
Maybe that's what he's supposed to do.
So about how long is your work day, would you say?
Ooh. It varies and depends what accidents have happened that day that I have to go fix. JC has been, that is my worker. JC, come here and show everybody who you are. I'll make you nervous, I'm sorry. This is JC Lester. She has been a godsend to me here at Appalachian Meat. So if you come in and I'm not here, she will be taking really good care of you. So we are so thankful for her, and she is like my farmhand as well. If I need something and Brandon's not there, Brandon works in the coal mines, so he's not there a lot of the time. So it's just me, and so JC will come down and help me. But sometimes we've had to stay out late at night, haven't we?
Yep.
Due to cow or pig getting out or birthing situations. But we usually normally get up. William has been so gracious to us. We get to sleep till 7.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, so we tried to do that, and then we get our day going, and most of the time we don't go to bed till 10, 10:30 at night. So it just depends what's going on. Right now is a busy time with the corn maze. We've not been getting in until 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, wow.
So, or later. Yeah, and we have bottle calves right now we're taking care of. They're at the corn maze, so you get to come and pet them and feed them.
Yeah.
So they require us to be their mommy. So we have to feed them. Yeah, and we got them on an early morning and the afternoon schedule. So.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like fun. I'm gonna
Yes.
have to try that sometime.
We'll let you. You come down anytime. We'll put you to work. Don't you worry.
All right. So, what is the biggest struggle or challenge farmers are facing today?
Especially inflation. I know everybody has seen that, but especially like fertilizer this spring, that was really hard on our farmers. They need fertilizer to fertilize their fields to grow their crops or produce or whatever, and that was tough. A lot of people didn't get to get fertilizer and do that. So I would definitely say that, and diesel prices and gas prices has not helped either. Running our equipment to get our animals fed and things like that. So yeah, I definitely think that's probably the biggest one right now.
What do you find most rewarding about the work and living on a farm?
I find something new and rewarding every day, especially with my faith background. We get to see God's beautiful animals and get to see them bring new life into the world, and that's really awesome and very, very much rewarding. And especially here, and I don't know if some people would agree with this or not, but when you've raised your animal and then you get to bring it home, the finished product, and serve it to your family and know what they're eating is good and comes from good quality, that means a lot. And that I get to now do that for multiple families around Russell County and the following counties around us, surrounding counties. That's awesome. That I get to provide food on their table for their family and know that it is good and safe for them to eat and nutritious. So yeah, that's
really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great part of the job.
Oh, this one's a two.
Okay.
Tell me a funny story about working on the farm.
Before we moved into our barn, we live in our barn, in like a barnuminium thing. We had an outhouse that my father-in-law built, and my husband was in there, and I took firecrackers and shoved them up under there. He will not like the story, but yes.
That's funny.
We just gotten married, so that was
That
part
makes
of
it
the
even
fun.
better.
Yes. Yeah.
I love it.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Thank you. How did you know that farming was what you wanted to do? Because I know that's not what you originally wanted to do,
I
but
think God steered me in that direction and said, "This is what you need to do." And so, mine and Brandon's first date was to go get a pig that he wanted down in North Carolina. And so from then on, we knew on the first date, and I knew that's what I needed to be doing. And God had me going in that direction, which I love being around people and love this part of it, getting to come out here to my store, getting to see and talk to people, especially on our Facebook page and stuff, and them asking me questions, but even more so now, like at our corn maze, because we had kids come this weekend that said, "I've never seen a pig," or "I've never got to see a cow up close," or "I've never gotten to ride a tractor." They've gotten to do those things, and that's super awesome and rewarding, and that's stuff that I took for granted growing up, and still take for granted some days, and now I get to raise my child there, so that's awesome. I wouldn't have it any other way, and I'm glad that God steered me in that direction of, and Brandon, he had a lot to do with that too, so I love it. The farm life is for me now, I guess.
That sounds cool. And you said your first date was going to get a pig in North Carolina?
Yes, that was our first date, and y'all talk about a long date. We got to know each other, and we both were not fooling around. Like, it was like questions. We went over everything, our life story, and we were like, well, that's it. And we were married within 8 months, engaged within 6. Yes.
That's really cool.
Yes, it was a total God thing. So yes.
And that's a fun date. Like,
It was
going to get a pig.
fun.
Like, sounds like so much more fun than going to the movies or even going to play, I don't know, going to a theme park, going to get a pig. That's so fun. How has advancement of technology changed farming in the past decade or so?
Oh my gosh, it's changed it a whole lot. Especially, I got to see it firsthand with our corn maze when our friend brought his corn planter over and has a GPS in it,
Oh,
and it tells you everywhere you are, what your coordinates are, where to turn, what to do, especially with cutting our corn maze to make it into the rooster, the pig, and the chicken. No, the rooster, the cow, the pig. Sorry, that's how it goes. And especially drones. Drones are being used to help a lot with cattle out west because of how many acres they have out there, and they're using them to even herd them and bring them in. But it was very interesting because the drone was above them, and then it would tell them which way to cut. So it was really cool.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen videos of, I think it was in Europe, where they were using drones, like testing them to see how it would work with sheep.
Yes.
And it was really cool, and they
too.
made it into like a little video game almost, and you look at the sheep, and I was like, wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, so it is. It has changed a lot, especially even the tractors that we have, and now the tractors and the equipment they have today and the technology in them. It's unreal.
Yeah.
They can about drive.
Wow.
So, yes.
That is awesome.
Yes.
That would be so fun, just to sit down and just let it drive.
Oh yeah.
Let your tractor ride around, and
William would love that. That's his dream. That's
maybe
his
we
goal.
could make a mini one for kids.
That would be
He
so
would
fun.
love that.
Yeah.
But then knowing some kids, they would end up in a ditch or.
That would be my son. Yeah, or met pile,
Yeah.
dirt pile. Yeah.
And for the last one, so what all do you have in stock today? Just in case folks want to come by.
Today we have all of our beef products, and I don't care to show you guys what we have, but we have, and steaks, we have filet tips. The filet tips, I cannot say enough good things about those. They are different than beef tips because it comes from the filet. They are so juicy and tender. Put them in your skillet with butter from low and slow. They'll melt in your mouth. So we have those in stock. We also have our ribeyes, our tomahawk ribeyes. So I have to show you guys these bad boys. Here is our bone-in ribeye, but we call those the tomahawk ribeye. So those are a big hit, and these are also the last ones that we will have this year. We will not be getting any more cut like this until next spring. So they're a big hit in the summer, especially to throw on the grill. And we also have sirloins and New York strips. We have roast just in time for fall. We have beef tips, cube steak, breakfast steaks, ground beef. That's our biggest hit. And this week it's buy 5 get 1 free for $24.95. So you get 6 pounds for $24.95. And our ratio on it is 90-10, and I also have some 85-15, but that's what's going out of here hot and heavy right now today. As usual, we have beautiful beef briskets if anybody's interested in those. JC, what else do we have in stock today? Anything that I missed? Yes, ground beef. We will be getting pork in at the end of the week. That is going to be a really big seller. We already have a bunch of pre-placed orders for it, but we always have a line for our pork. So our pork sausage is usually the first to go.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But we mostly keep everything on hand unless we sell out of something, of course. But like I said, we're revolving every other week. We're picking up meat, so keeping it fresh in here.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for
Thank
meeting with me
you.
today, and so you all don't be afraid to come by and check out the store, or even go check out the hay rides and the fun that's happening out there.
Yes, we're open here at the store Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3 p.m. to 7. And then at Gent Farms Corn Maze, we're located at 107 Chafin Hollow, Castlewood, Virginia. We're located on North 71, if that helps our local people. Before you get to our big red barn, you cut off into our little corn maze / hayfield on the left before you get there, if that helps everybody with directions. We're open Fridays from 5 p.m. to dark till the last person leaves. Saturdays 10:30 a.m. till the last person leaves, and Sunday 1 p.m. till dark. Yeah. So everybody come see us. We would love to have you come down to our farm and y'all get to see where the magic happens.
Yeah. Or even get to feed a baby calf.
Yes, feed our animals. We got sheep, pigs, and cows.